Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the trending contracts. And today's contract, Elusive Target, the beach. This is set in Sapienza, and the contract ID is up on the screen for anyone who wishes to have a go, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of CJ1411. So today's briefing, well, there isn't one, so we're going to say we are going to spoil our target's nice day out at the beach. So for today's challenge, we have 5 targets available to us with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so, which is kind of lucky because they're all out in the open. So for today's challenge, we will be starting in the ICA safe house. We will have a silenced sniping rifle stored there also. We're going to bring with us a silenced pistol and an empty briefcase. So right from the start and off the bat, we have quite a bit of setting up to do for this one. As I mentioned, all of our targets are out in public. So we're going to make our way straight out the back of the ICA safe house and up into Rocco's apartment, where we will find a kitchen disguise. Retrieving our briefcase on the way out, we're going to now take our briefcase with us to the observatory in the Caruso mansion. Be aware of Rocco's sister who wanders around this area. She is an enforcer. We don't actually encounter her in this video. My timing is such that we don't see her, but she could be around for you. So we're going to make our way up and through the kitchen, out into the garden area here, over the wall and into Francesca De Santa's bathroom. That's just to avoid the camera above the door. And we're going to make our way out of Francesca's apartment into the observatory building and up onto the roof. We're going to leave our briefcase here. We'll come back for that a bit later on. So up here, we're going to make our way across the roof and up and into the attic, where we will locate a propane cylinder. So just be aware that when we go into this attic, there are 2 guards in here. They have their backs to us. They're just on the left. And we have now triggered a conversation between them that will play out. And they may be in our way in a few moments. So what we're going to do is grab the propane cylinder by the chimney furthest away from us in the attic. And we're going to retrace our steps now all the way back down to the beach itself. We're going to go and place this propane cylinder down on the beach. And then where a lot more of the time for the preparation comes in is that we're going to come all the way back here for another propane cylinder. So we're going to exit out via the observatory rear door here. That door is normally locked from the outside, but because we've just exited it from the inside, it will now remain unlocked, and we can use that door from now on. So with our propane cylinder, we're going to retrace our steps back through the kitchen, and instead of going back through the ICA safe house, we're going to descend the stairs here, again keeping an eye out for Rocco's sister. We're going to grab the key card from the table and let ourselves out on the beachside entrance of the villa. As you can see, there is 1 enforcer just outside the door. We're going to wait for them to move over to the balcony area, and then we can make our way past them and down the stairs and on to the beach. Now when we get down to the beach, we will see all 5 of our targets pretty much together. They're all here. So we have a couple on the towels just in front of us and a few more further up the beach. So we're going to take our propane cylinder and place it between the 2 couple, or the couple on the towels. before retracing our steps, again keeping an eye out for the enforcer up the top here, all the way back to the villa attic. And this time we're going to retrieve another propane cylinder. There are 3 in total, and hence the briefcase, because when we return this time, again being aware of the enforcer patrolling guard, we are going to collect up 2 propane cylinders instead of just 1. So all the way back up through the observatory, back onto the roof, across the roof. By now those 2 guards should have gone, and our second propane cylinder is by the nearest chimney to us, and we're going to take that propane cylinder and we are going to supplement it into our briefcase that we have left just down on the stairwell here. So there we go, nice jump 47. So cylinder 1 in the briefcase. We're now going to climb back up, and just at the center of the roof here with these construction materials, we will find our third propane cylinder, and with that one we can now retrieve our briefcase and once again make our way back down to the beach. So as I said, quite a lot of setup to do for this one. I believe it's about 8 minutes before we actually get to the kills. So retracing our steps exactly the same as we did in the first run down. We're going to exit via the rear of the mansion here, being aware of the enforcer, and make our way back down to the beach. Now when we get back down here, we will see a gentleman on a green sun lounger, and we are going to place a propane cylinder just behind him. We want it more off to the right than anywhere else. And our final cylinder we want to place just where this woman in blue is, as close as we can get it to her. You may have to wait for her to arrive in this area, and we want to make sure we can see that cylinder from the ICA safe house. So having a quick look up at the ICA safe house, we could see that we had a clear line of sight on the cylinder. So we are now all set up. So we're going to retrace our steps once again and return to the ICA safe house, and we are going to retrieve our silenced sniping rifle, and it's about time for the fireworks to begin. So with sniping rifle in hand, we're going to make our way back out onto the roof, and we are going to go for the hardest of our 3 shots first of all, and that will be the gentleman on the green sun lounger. Now the reason this is a tricky shot is we have to time this quite well. We're waiting for the lady who's just sat down in the green there to make her way towards that cylinder when we shoot it, but there is another gentleman who frequents the area and he walks right past that cylinder, a non-target. So we need to time it so that he's not around when the lady in the green sarong stands up. We can shoot the cylinder. When she stops, most unfortunately for me, directly in front of the cylinder, we can shoot the cylinder again and get a 2-for-1 deal. So we have eliminated 2 of our targets. We're going to remain where we are, and we're just going to wait for all of the panic and the commotion to calm back down. Everyone going to go back to their business before we take out the cylinder of the 2 people on the towels, and that's 2 more taken care of. We're doing well here. So again, we're just going to wait where we are for all of the panic to calm down and for everyone to go back to their business, and then we're just going to wait for the final target, the lady in the blue outfit, to make her way back over towards the final gas cylinder. Now we've placed it as close as we can to where she would stand, but when she makes her way back over, when she gets near to the cylinder, we're going to take our first shot, and she will then stop and we can then finish her off. So 5 targets dealt with in 3 explosions, and all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. And we are going to exit through the front of the ICA building and make our way down the street to the awaiting vehicle, and we will be leaving Sapienza. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.